Hey guys, this is Ray from US385.com, and I'm basically out here in Big Bend National Park right now. Yes, again. Why Big Bend? Everyone asks me all the time, why do you go to the same place over and over? Big Bend is a gigantic national park. It's a park that you can explore for every day of your life and probably still not explore the entirety of the park. And most people who have been there know that this is absolutely true. So this time around, I've experienced it on so many different levels with hiking with friends who have a 2-year-old, hiking with friends to places I'd never been to, basically seeing things, relics from the past that I had never seen until, well, some things even until today. I, for an example, saw a spear point from an atlatl and an arrowhead, complete and perfect in every way. And throughout the park, you can see all kinds of evidence of ancient histories that at some point or another have passed through these earths. And you know, it's just really fascinating. You know, you see not only a 2-year-old out there, you know, exploring the park and enjoying the same visual amazement basically, but you see people ranging all the way to any upper echelon of age range that you can imagine that are out here as well, doing the exact same thing with the exact same level of enthusiasm. How miraculous is that? Maybe just by coincidence, just much like when I said maybe that truck flew right by and then I got a visual, maybe maybe it wasn't just a coincidence. Maybe the secret is coming out to these wild places. Maybe the secret of youth and happiness is as simple as looking at the nature that's all around us, the beauty that's all around us that still exists. Now, I urge you, as an advocate of wildlife and someone who's very concerned about wildlife, I just had a deer cross in front of me like right when I was starting to say that. I urge you, wildlife here seems to be hard to find lately at every stage that I normally would see it. I mean, haven't you guys noticed anything in your neighborhoods or areas of with regard to wildlife and its behaviors? I have. But then again, I've been paying attention to these things for at least 25 years. At least. The same amount of time that I've been coming here to Big Bend National Park. And what I'm seeing right now seems like a fundamental collapse of some of the things that I used to see regularly throughout the park, throughout the year. Especially when covering ground ranging from the very lowest desert elevations up to the highest elevations up in the Chizos Mountains. I'm just seeing a variety of birds. They're mobile, they can fly around and take what they can. But the mammals, now I saw a deer today that was unusual. It's and I'm not saying it's unusual to see deer out here, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is the abundance of wildlife has, of course, declined in direct relation to the vegetation that's been decimated by the continued droughts that are out here in this national park. And this is not a unique incident to just one national park. So what I'm recording and bringing to you are stories from these journeys that I'm noticing, and maybe just a little bit of a suggestion, a solution that might help shift the way we think about things. So instead of thinking about, like, let's say for an example, how much can we buy to save money and save effort and all that, let's look at the things around us already and see what kind of quality lasted the test of time. I see arrowheads and atlatls and maybe some dinosaur teeth that survived the test of time. So if you're hardened steel, you know, like you're basically, if you're strong-willed and you have a resolve and the fortitude to walk through these kind of environments, you know how tough you need to be. If you have the resolve to do that, you know how tough wildlife has to be to do this all the time. And if they're starting to die out, guys, we're not as tough as them. So, all I gotta say is, as we consume things throughout our daily lives, let's think a little bit more deeply about how we're consuming things and what its impact is on wildlife. That's all I'm all about. I'm not trying to sell you anything, just trying to help us to understand that this complex ecosystem requires all of our participation in order to live together. If we can't live together, what's the alternative to that? Think about it. Till next time. Happy day, whatever day it is, wherever you're at. And for now, I'm out here in Big Bend National Park, loving life. It's fantastic out here. Everyone who's had time to share with me, I can't thank you enough. I've had some of the most beautiful days of my life, and it's been amazing. So, and it's going to continue. The journey's going to continue, and I'm going to try to continue to bring these stories to you, roadside, Wi-Fi, right off the service that I have on this vehicle that I travel in, which is my basically my work tool. And I'll continue to try to share these insights, but I am concerned with the lack of wildlife that I'm seeing throughout certain locations, and so that's why, again, I'm kind of interweaving these thoughts together for us, because it's important as I'm showcasing these things to let you know. I have a coyote in front of me. Look at this. I can't make this stuff up. And look at his tail. Look at his demeanor. I don't know if you can see that. Look at him. He's walking through a parking lot with his tail down. Sad. He might even, I mean, look. You see? This coyote knows I'm here. He's sad. He wants a handout. Look at that. I can't make this up. I saw a Mexican jay on the South Rim Trail, and he had his head down, and I didn't take any pictures of it. I talked to it. I asked. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but when animals are close to me, you know, it's like looking at a pet. And some of these animals are basically just on the brink. It takes a lot to be tough. And it takes a lot to be tough and gentle at the same time. And a lot of us aren't really doing anything gentle to help the situation. So that's why I keep touting wildlife, nature, eating better, quality products. Not quite sure how else to reiterate these things in a way that's meaningful, more meaningful than politics, except for to showcase the nature that I'm showing to people and the actions that I get to see on a daily basis. So until next time, enjoy your day, and please be considerate to our counterpart, Mother Nature. Thanks. Bye.